All right, it's Friday, TGIF, and it's time to ask the weather team. Today's question, what is worse, flash or river flooding? Well, that's an interesting question, and it comes down to kind of a perspective thing. In terms of flash or river flooding, really what comes down to the difference, river flooding usually tends to be more widespread. Ask those, say, who live along the Mississippi how widespread that can be. Flash flooding, though, while usually on a smaller scale, is more violent. So both can do major damage. I mean, you go through a town that's seen a flash flood come through, and it just looks terribly chewed up. You remember Irene, where you can actually get both. Irene, when Irene flooded came through, we had both flash and river flooding going on at the same time. So that's a worst case scenario. So bottom line is, which one's worse? Well, I'd say while on a smaller scale, flash flooding usually has less warning. It can happen just due to that heavy rain not being able to be absorbed into the ground, whereas usually the river flooding, usually you've got, I mean, sometimes 12 hours, a whole 24 hours, sometimes more than that to know that it's going to happen so you can get people out of the way. Whereas a flash flood, it happens quicker, there's less warning, and it can be more violent. So of the two, I'd say the flash flood is more dangerous. So interesting question, and of course those in Herkimer County may be living that this morning. One just a tip, you never want to try to drive across a flooded roadway. Thanks for the question. You can always send those to cbs6albany.com.